Hello there! Welcome to the Clark side. I am Clark. Before we begin, please remember to chill touch that like button and subscribe to join the skeleton crew. Speaking of the crew, please introduce yourselves, guys.
Okay. I am going to be playing as Gideon Elvar, an Aasimar warlock who has traveled from Eberron. I've decided to go with Hexblade, and I am a member of the Boros Legion Guild.
I'll be playing Mytha Oakenshire, a Wood Elf hunter, or Wood Elf ranger, and she joined the Selesnya as an initiate, trying to atone for a life of crime.
Perfect. I love it.
I'll be playing Gerhardt West, a Simic hybrid. He's half human, half lizard, and he's from the Simic. What is it called? Darn it!
It's the Simic Combine.
Simic Combine. Thank you. I had it written down too. Simic Combine. He's a plucky guy who was an orphan, and he's trying to find his master.
And hello, I'm Jeff. I'll be playing Augusto Helsk. And I am a human paladin belonging to the Azorius Senate. As in, I don't remember what the common term was for the policeman, but policeman.
Yeah, you're law enforcement and things like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Then let us begin now that introductions are out of the way. Each of you began your journey separately. You've traveled for several days, and each day skimmed off more travelers. The further you got from the imposing cityscape, the fewer people stayed on your path. Now only the four of you remain, and you set foot onto the ruins of the Rebel Belt, and head towards a small village known as Winterhaven.
Okay.
The Reddit... hang on. Let's see.
Ah, very nice. I like how I am in front.
I expected you'd like to be in front.
You were right.
The wind is cool and comfortable. The road beneath your feet is level. An occasional ancient cobblestone peeks through the dirt road, indicating decades of neglect, as is appropriate for the ruinous area of the cityscape. You notice footprints leading up and down the road, many of which were made by small, clawed feet. What would you like to do?
An excellent question.
How small a feat are we talking?
They're about the size of a child's foot. Maybe a little bit bigger. Someone around maybe 2 feet tall or so.
Ignore that.
Do you lift up the child's footprints?
Would I be able to recognize the footprint?
Well, they're clawed, right? So it's not an actual child.
Yes, it is not an actual child. It is some small creatures.
Is there a way to recognize what the footprint is?
Yes, you can attempt a nature check if you'd like. Well, you think these would be... Yeah, you've rolled well enough to determine that these probably would be the footprints of Viashino, reptilian lizard folk that live within the realm of Ravnica.
Ah. These the equivalent of kobolds, or I assume so, or something similar at least.
You can't quite be sure, but you can definitely tell that they're kind of clustered around the rocks towards the end of the path up this way.
Ah. Well, what could possibly go wrong by simply walking by such an obvious ambush? I mean, very nice. Good work. What was your name again?
Mitha.
Martha. Ah, a nice name.
Would anyone care to progress around, or would you like to, say, navigate around through the grass to the other side of the rocks if you fear an ambush?
That is my assumption that it is an ambush. Does anybody want to try and get the drop on them if that's the case? If we're standing 30 feet away, they can probably hear us.
I say we charge through.
Charge through?
I say either charge through or use stealth, but either way, we need to confront them.
Aye, they can't be up to any good. Alright. Charge through it is, since nobody seems to be mentioning stealth.
All right. You get up to about right there, between the rocks, when several very small reptilian creatures pop out that you've never seen before.
Ooh.
At least they don't look like Viashino as you know them, who are typically human-sized, orangish reptile people.
Oh. More akin to lizard folks than kobolds, then. Alright. Is that all they're doing, just popping up? Oh.
They have weapons drawn, and the smallest, wimpiest ones look to leap out at you first. Roll initiative.
Okay. I didn't declare it, so I won't ask. Ooh. I don't have any dexterity. I like how the other two stayed behind. Nothing could possibly go wrong here.
Well, they're obviously going to charge at you first, and then we pick them off.
I assume that would be the plan. I was intending to tank. That doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
Deal with it.
Hey, I don't have anything loaded on my page.
How do you mean?
It's all white.
Ooh. I would suggest refreshing.
I will take that suggestion.
All right, we'll
okay.
give Jess a minute to refresh her page.
She's at the lowest point in the turn order. Or no, she actually is. She's outside of the kobold slingers. We can go on without her. She'll be back in no time.
We'll get it either way.
All right, are things looking any better? Or is it still loading?
Still loading. But yeah, go ahead. You can continue.
Right. All right, Gideon, how would you like to proceed?
I will move south and start taking on the kobold dragon shields down here.
All right, roll it.
I'll start off with my long sword.
You dash forward around the rock and you see the kobold, or rather a creature you are very unfamiliar with. But, for the sake of speed, it is indeed a kobold. It's hiding behind a large scale for a shield, but despite its armor, you pierce its side.
At that point, I will end.
Gerhardt, what would you like to do?
Okay. I shall move forward a little bit. Let me expand my screen a little bit. Turn order. I will scooch ahead a nice 25 feet. And I will cast Frostbite on this kobold moving right here that I hit highlight.
He turns to you as he draws out what looks to be like some kind of spear or stick or something. A very primitive weapon.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll have him make his Constitution saving throw. You reach out to cause frost to encase the kobold around his chest and his arms, and he starts to shiver feverishly. He does, however, survive the sudden cold snap that you've given him. Oh, do you see stuff now?
Yep, and I have music.
Ah, excellent.
Well, it's very lucky of us that you managed to roll so low that we don't need to change turn order.
Yep. Yep. All right, is that it, Gerhardt?
Yes, I won my turn.
All right. The smallest of the creatures moves forward first. Gerhardt, the one you tried to ice over, seems quite intent on jabbing his little stick at you.
Oh boy.
He races forward 5 feet from behind the rock. You hear his little footsteps scraping against the stone hidden beneath the grass and the dirt.
He's flinging something at me? Oh.
Yes, he's poking you with a stick, but unfortunately he seems to have missed.
I am not. You're aiming at me. I'm not Gerhardt.
Oh, so you are, right. Sorry. It has been aimed at Augusto. In that case. And he has missed you.
Yeah, would have missed regardless.
Okay.
So 4 more minions to go.
You see Augusto as the kobold seems to leap back with some flash of speed as he darts away from you.
Okay.
Back to his rock.
Quite flat of foot. And that's 10 feet of movement and not 5, but okay.
I don't think he used all of his movement last time.
I suppose not. That does hit.
Ooh.
He stabs you in the side with his stick and laughs as he runs back to the safety of the other rock.
Assuming also doing the bonus action thing.
That is correct.
I'll get Sentinel eventually. Probably. But no.
I could have
Great
sworn you already had it.
I think it's a great weapon.
Oof.
No.
Ow. All right, you
Another
take 4 points of damage.
Look at that, lads. Oof.
Oh, and he's
Finally.
missed. The last one that has moved walks up to you, looks at you, Augusto, sees that you seem to be pretty well taken care of by his companions, and he will be rather shifty
I could
and
change
slink
the
away.
color real quick. Blue. There we go. Alright, he misses, obviously. I don't know why it dice rolls for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it rolls a die there either. Anyway,
It rolled 2d8 on my sword slash when I clicked it.
oh yeah, it
Yeah,
automatically rolls the damage for what you would have if you crit.
Oh, okay.
odd, obnoxious, but
All right,
okay.
Kinda
Gerhardt,
weird
the last little reptilian creature. It comes for you.
He brought it. Ow.
Yeah, he brought it 1 point of damage. The initiative is 9. Next, the armored kobolds will move to encircle Gideon. He jumps up boldly, stabbing at you. Like, he gets real closer. He's like kind of halfway between your space and his space. He's just real up in your face, trying to make sure that you don't target anybody else.
Are these guys like actually kobolds, right? Like pretty much just Ravnica's kobolds?
Everybody else who's directly from Ravnica seems to not know exactly what these are, but Gideon, you recognize them as kobolds.
So do they not have pack tactics?
They do not. These guys have something a little different.
Okay, interesting. Also very good for us.
Yes,
That
yes,
15
yes,
does
yes.
miss.
We all know just how badly pack tactics can screw people over.
Yes, these dragon shields have a feature called Mob Attack, and they gain a +1 to their rolls for each ally adjacent to the target.
Adjacent to the target, that's interesting. So then that one would be a 14, right?
Yes, that would be a
Just-
14.
Okay, still a miss, but interesting to know.
Augusto, it is your turn.
Finally.
You see a kobold hiding behind the rock up here with not a bow, but some kind of sling, and he seems to be loading up like this pot into it. It looks to be oozing something, and he's looking right at you.
See, I went from not wanting to incur all of the one extra attack I would, or attack of opportunity, to maybe wanting to tank it to take it out. Well, I don't have to worry about pack tactics. I like my odds. I'll just deal with one of the guys in front of me. I'll be taking out my greatsword and doing a nice swing at the one directly in front.
Oh, he is now completely slashed in half. You just cleave him diagonally down the side. His arm flops off to one part. His torso flops over to the right. And his legs just collapse before you. Knees first, and then the top of them brushes against your leg as they fall to the ground. He is dead.
I'll kind of try and kick it a bit, my leg out to try and shake the blood off, and then just look at the one next to me like,
They are a little apprehensive with how grisly you have slain their companion, but they stand firmly in their spaces.
as I would expect a kobold.
And now the slinger pops his little pot off towards you, Augusto. You hear the whirl of the sling swinging around, and he flicks it towards you. All right, you take 4 bludgeoning damage, and the pot shatters against you, and it oozes down your, whatever substance was in there oozes down your legs and becomes like a thick goo. Make a strength saving throw.
By the time. It only says to do that at the end of each of my turns there. I don't think I have to yet.
Oh, that's right. Well, regardless, you have you have been struck by it. Your speed is 0. Like at the end of your turn, make the save to be able to move around. Like for at least one turn, your speed is 0 and you're glued there.
Indeed. That is if I survive till the next end of my turn.
Mitha, what will you do?
All right, I am going to move so I can shoot these armored kobolds back here.
I like it. Go for it.
Yeah.
At least help out Gideon as much as I can. I'm going to move over here to the edge of this rock. And then,
I'm attacking the one right in front of me here. If you want to just target the same,
okay,
we'll whittle them
What do you-
down.
I can use my longbow at that distance, right?
Yes, you're not like right up next to them, so you're perfectly fine. You can
Okay.
peek
Perfect.
around that rock and pop him. Oh, 20. Yeah, you definitely hit.
Jess, if you want to set auto damage, it's just in the cog.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. 20
and
damage.
you want to just set the advantage toggle in the auto roll damage and crit.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks.
You have slipped around behind the rock, and just as soon as that kobold had swept with the blade of his spear, you took aim, and you pelted him right in the back with an arrow. Just a perfect shot. He was feeling pretty confident before. He is now nearly dead. Like, he's bleeding out, and it is not good.
Perfect.
Gideon, what would you like to do?
I am going to continue to attack the one directly in front of me.
All right, yeah, he is. You can actually kind of see, like, you actually saw him glance down, and you can tell that the arrow is poking through his front.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is most unfortunate.
Anything else?
No, I will end.
Gerhardt, what will you do?
Let's see. Augusto's looking pretty rough. I think
Nah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
No.
I didn't think so. Alright, Gerhardt is going to swing his quarterstaff at this guy with 2 hands.
Alrighty, roll it. Unfortunately, the little kobold manages to dip beneath the arc of your swing and
Alright,
just
Hannah.
looks at you angrily.
Okay, well, healing word is healing word 1d4 plus.
Yes, it's 1d4
Wisdom?
plus your wisdom modifier.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't have it taken on. Alright, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast healing word on Augusto.
It is
Be
appreciated.
healed, Augusto.
4, 3. Oh, 5.
Yep, 5 points total. There you go.
Okay. Alright. I don't know why it auto.
I presume that's all from you, Gerhardt.
Yep, I'll have to end my turn.
Good.
All right, Gerhardt, you're being stabbed at by this little kobold beside you. He lunges forward with his stick.
You better miss.
15.
I assume that hits.
That's 2 points of damage as he jabs it at you, and then he shiftily slinks away like one of those, almost like one of those little lizards, you know, that species that runs across the water.
Mhm.
Like he just bolts.
Those are adorable.
I just healed that. Rude.
All right, Gerhardt, you're being stabbed by the last little kobold adjacent to you.
Do you mean Augusto?
Oh, yeah, Augusto. Why did I say Gerhardt? Augusto, you are being stabbed by the last little kobold next to you. You have never seen this thing before. It just looks so You wonder if it's some kind of simic hybrid that's gone wild or something, but you can't quite tell.
I would not put it past them.
Rude.
Oh, thank God.
And now he's going to get out of the way.
God, I hate this bonus action disengage shit.
The next one's going to go for Gideon as he jumps from around his rock.
That is a hit.
2 points of damage as the stick scrapes against your skin. And he backs away. And the last one does similarly.
God, it just rolls for everything.
It does. We shall have to fiddle with settings later.
And it ends besides Gerhardt.
There are no changes for it. I already looked it up.
That is unfortunate.
Yep. Yeah, we can have it set to see them, but there's no actual settings for them.
Alright. The weakened dragon shield slices towards Gideon, while the other one will turn, and he's just gonna... actually, we'll get to him after the first one attacks. Five points of damage, Gideon.
Yes.
The second one will dart away, much like his companions. And ends beside Mitha, or he's going to end his movement beside Mitha and take a stab at her with his spear. He snarls and lunges for you, Mitha.
Well, that's rude.
That's what I said.
And he missed.
Ha.
Augusto, what will you do?
Augusto
You're stuck.
there.
Yeah, that's right. You're stuck.
Well, I'm going to. I have something for this. Stand there. Look at the fact that he can't move. Kind of shake around a bit. Grunt. Drop his great sword. Pull out his spear, and aim at the kobold slinger. And throw it. I have a very bad throwing arm, though. It does not give me, actually, a ranged attack roll for this. So I guess I'll just have to do it myself. Roll d20 plus... Just plus 2. I don't have a dex bonus.
Well, if it's a spear, it'll use your strength. Or you can...
It does.
Yeah.
Ooh. Just one-handed, though, then, yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Does an 11 hit it?
That actually is just enough to hit this little bugger.
For 5 piercing damage.
You return fire against the slinger, who seems rather surprised as he yelps angrily at the sudden stabbing of the spear in against his side. He just sneers at you.
I'm very happy.
Oh, and make your strength saving throw.
I was just about to, yes.
Oh no.
Okay, so you are very, very, very stuck.
The dice hate me today. That's my only ranged attack option, so this is going to be a fun next turn.
Alright, the slinger pops out, and next he aims at Gerhardt.
Oh no. That is a miss.
Aha! You hear the whirl of his sling. He flicks the pot, and it careens past your shoulder and crashes beside you, leaving a sticky pile of goo just right there.
Ooh.
And he sneers and curses and then moves back around behind the rock for safety. Mitha, what will you do?
All right. Well, go back up and go for this one that's right directly on me.
All right, you do that. Okay, so all right. You're provoking an opportunity attack. You're
And
quite
what?
aware. Yeah, you're provoking an opportunity attack by just moving, right?
Yeah, the dragon shield moved next to you, Jess.
Oh. Then I'll go with the short sword.
Alrighty. You take a quick stab at him. Unfortunately, it strikes against his dragon scale shield. He knocks it away. You hear a thin clang against it, and he sneers.
Cocky little fella, isn't he?
Oh, yes. That it?
That's it.
Gideon, what will you do?
I'm going to attempt to finish off the dragon shield in front of me.
Alright, roll it. And you lance him.
I go for the head.
Oh, you go right for the head? Alright, he is now
Yes.
a decapitated kobold. He falls down dead.
And I will finish by charging towards the other one.
Awesome. Alrighty. Gerhardt, what will you do?
Well, let's see. Still got a jerk next to me.
Yes, you do.
Let's see. Maybe I'll cast Frostbite on him. Try and give him a disadvantage.
Alrighty.
Does casting a spell next to an opponent cause an opportunity attack?
Nope. That is just something from a past edition. The only penalty for using ranged weapons or actual ranged attacks in melee is disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's obviously only if it has an attack roll.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first kobold, you tried to freeze over Gerhardt. This one likewise resists the sudden chill that's coating him. All right. Anything else?
They're very hardy.
Yes, they're fairly hardy.
I think they'll have to end my turn.
All right, and it stabs at you, Gerhardt.
No. Whiff.
Missing. And he will stay beside you.
I kind of don't like his smell, but okay.
Gideon, you are facing another minion who sweeps up to your side and tries to stab you with his spear like before. Next is Augusto. This kobold sees you trying to fight against the goo, and he just has this wicked little grin on his face as he runs up to jab his spear into your side.
Bring it, I say.
You take 3 points of damage.
I should close my mouth more. This is a melee fighter's worst thing. I would prefer freaking pack tactics over free disengages.
No. The pack tactics would be way worse on us right now.
And finally, the last one uses up both his little shifty boost and his regular movement to try and pierce you with his spear. Does a 15 hit?
No, sir.
Ah, you just narrowly dodge out of the way. All right, Gideon, the dragon shield that you have stepped up to. He turns from Mitha and slashes at you with his spear. Barking and growling, almost like a dog, but he's still reptilian. Yeah, exactly like that. But you got you got a better AC than that. You have dodged the way of the weapon. Augusto, what will you do?
Is it a bonus action to pick up a dropped weapon?
You can, for free, you can interact with one object around you, which is like drawing a weapon or opening a door or whatever. So you could pick up a weapon.
It's not a huge issue, but I do like my thing more than I prefer my hammer. So I will reach down, pick up my great sword, and make a swing at the one who has approached me, who has been so foolish as to approach me. And we shall see if the dice love me. And they do not. That's an 11.
He ducks down around your blow.
Aye. Now strength check.
Aye.
Will attempt to... Hey.
Ha! As you are struggling with the goo, you finally wrench your feet up off the ground and stand strongly before the little kobold.
I'll let you flavor it as I break free and make another step towards him.
Yeah. There you go. And the slinger pops out with his last bottle of goo and looks at who he should throw it at. He takes aim at Gerhardt. Seeing how wounded Augusto is, and his little eyes, his beady little eye slits slip around just right at Gerhardt, and he flicks it at him. Five points of bludgeoning damage, and you are glued to the ground as the ooze slithers down your legs.
I might just have to use my other spell slot on myself.
You just might. If you need to, I do have my own. Healing, at least.
Mitha, what will you do?
Alright, we are going after this one that's right here again.
Aye, the little dragon shield.
Yep, little armored guy.
Oh, a 16 is not good enough. He bats away your sword strike.
Rude.
The scale that he uses for a shield is quite thick. You wouldn't want to actually fight the dragon that it came from. You're just happy you're fighting a dippy little kobold. Anything else? Done? Alrighty. Gideon, what will you do?
I'm gonna strike.
Roll it. You do hit. Your longsword slices against his sword arm. As he was deflecting Mitha's blow, you take advantage of the slight distraction she gave you, and you wound the dragon shield.
Alright, and I will end there.
Alrighty. Gerhardt, what will you do?
Oh boy. I'll start off by trying frostbite again on this guy next to me. Decent damage. Stop with the high rolls, please.
I'm so sorry. The kobolds seem to be resisting your ice so effectively. It's like they've trained for it or something. But you're pretty sure that they haven't. They're just unusually good with this.
I hate to do it, but I'm going to use the bonus action healing word myself.
Alrighty, go for it.
Oh, that's
Hot
good.
dog, that's a good roll.
So I would have loved that for myself.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. You need it too.
Alright, Gideon.
Before dealers.
Or not Gideon. Gerhardt. The kobold beside you tries to stab you.
Please don't undo what I did.
That's low damage.
Of course he does.
Well, he didn't completely undo it.
No. Mean.
And then and then he bolts away. Now, the next one from this rock over here, the fourth minion, he leaps towards Gideon. Oof. Can you take 4 points of damage, Gideon?
I am at 1 HP.
You're at 1 hit point. Wow. Alrighty. Okay, next, Augusto. The one right beside you stabs at you with his stick.
Bring it. I should not say that. Shit.
Are you down?
And I'm down.
You're at 0? Oof, that's not good.
Does that bring you right down to 0?
Yeah. No. I had 4, so I would be a negative to this or anything else.
Might we remind everybody this is the first session.
Gerhardt.
TPK.
You stand before, as you fight off against the goo that is sticking you to the ground, the last little minion runs up to stab you.
Alright, let's see it. Come on.
A natural 1, and he misses.
You can't even hit me and I'm glued.
The dragon shield looks to Gideon and looks to Mitha. And then he looks back at Gideon and he prepares to strike at you, Gideon.
I can take it. Do it.
Natural 20.
A 12 total. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have any allies next to you, so 11, so he missed. Augusto, make your death saving throw.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you got 1 hit point.
Awesome.
But does that immediately bring
Hot
me up?
dog. You got
Yes, you're at 1 hit point and you can stand and take an action and everything, I think.
Someone double check real quick. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would love to double check if I can.
I
Awesome.
believe it does, because that would defeat the purpose of gaining the 1 hit point.
Yeah, you might actually. I think you might actually be able to do it.
I think it just counts as you waking up and then.
Thus begins
Yes,
the
you
day.
start your turn with 0 hit points, so.
Start my turn.
And the saving throw is an instant response.
Oh, so it's not an action? Nice. Okay.
So does he get his turn and all that, or what?
I believe I do.
It doesn't say outright that you do or you don't, but it says that a death saving throw is taken immediately at the start of your turn. It's the first thing that happens.
Okay, so you have 1 hit point, and you can use half your movement to stand up and start slashing at something if you want.
I am. I am leaping up, and I'm going to slash at this dude. Praise law and order, I guess. I shout as I hit him for 9 damage.
Just as the kobold looked away, convinced you were dying and dead, you leap back up to the ground. You raise your sword, and just as he turns back to check on the noise you've been making, his eyes go wide and then go dark as you cut his life from him.
Nice.
How do you kill him?
Oh, that's a good point. Let's see. Kind of kip up, bring it over around the shoulder, and kind of batter swing and cleave him in two.
He is cleanly cleaved in two, or as cleanly as the bloody mess he's making can be.
I imagine it's a fairly sharp greatsword. Not surgical, but neat and tidy.
All right, are you going to move anywhere with your 15 feet remaining?
15 feet.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, you
Suppose
stood up
okay.
from being prone because you were
Okay.
unconscious.
Aye. All right, I will. 5, 10, 15. No, I cannot get that far. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15? I'll go here.
All right, perfect. The slinger moves from around the rock and aims, or actually, he's going to try and stab at you, Augusto, now that you're up. Like, he sees you're on the ropes. He is out of glue pots, but he will try to stab you all the same.
Okay.
Or rather, claw you with his claws.
Ah. Oh, you're kidding. Why does he have a +3? That is so dumb. He hits. And for 5, and so I'm back down.
Hey, you took someone out that was actually incredibly useful.
I've taken 2 out.
He stands there and dances happily and doesn't think to return back to his rock. Mitha, what will you do?
All right, I'm gonna back up so I can use my longbow again.
All right, now that provokes an opportunity attack unless you take the disengage action. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah,
Which
that's fine.
will sacrifice your attack.
Oh,
You
it
use your-
sacrifices my
Yes,
attack?
you will use
Well,
your
yeah.
action.
Well,
to
taking
do
the
it.
disengage action, I mean, that's your action for the turn if you disengage. But otherwise, if you're just moving back, then that won't provoke anything, or that won't take up your action. But you will be taking the 2 attacks from the kobolds beside you. So not attack a turn and get away from the danger, or risk the 2 attacks and be able to shoot someone.
No, I'll stay here. I got a full health. I'm okay.
All right, you're gonna stab at someone then with your short sword.
I am the one right in front of me.
Oh no!
Oh,
Nope. I'm afraid not.
disengaged.
Yep, you missed.
Oof. The dice have not favored us this day.
Gideon, what are you going
Is
to
this gonna
do?
be a TPK session 1?
Looks like
I
it.
sure hope not.
It'll be interesting. I'm just gonna keep on swinging.
Alrighty, you roll it.
Is that a crit? It is. Holy shit. Nice.
15 points of damage, and the dragon shield looks to be almost dead.
Oh, they're tanky little shits, aren't they?
Oh, they are very durable. Gerhardt, what would you like to do?
I kind of thinking I should go back home. Alright, well,
Blade
since
there.
frostbite ain't doing it, I'll do a feeble swing with my quarterstaff at this guy.
Alright, roll it. You miss.
I
Make-
had a feeling.
Make your strength saving throw to see if you are ungooed.
I had a feeling.
You are not ungooed. Alright,
Alright.
the little booger beside you will try to stab you, and then move away with his shifty abilities.
Oof.
He missed,
At
didn't he?
least that misses.
A solution to that rolling bit is just to declare he's doing it instead of clicking it. I think we understand by now.
Right. All right, Mitha. The little creature behind, at your side, will try to stab you with his stick as well.
All right, let him try.
You missed. The next one's going for you as well, thinking that his companion will finish off the strange, grim, but elegant-looking humanoid beside him.
Why, thank you.
That's 2 points of damage to you, Mitha. And the dragon shield raises his weapon to strike at Gideon.
Oh,
And he
nice.
missed. Augusto, what will you do?
I will be rolling my death saving throw.
Roll your death save. Yeah.
Am I lucky?
That's the best thing ever.
First one. Like, as I said before, thus starts the legend of Augusto the fucking Immortal.
All right.
Okay.
I have actually never seen that, ever.
You see the look in the kobold slinger's eyes go from exultation to extreme fear.
I do not blame him, but I, of course, because I'm just not that lucky. Oh no, I do hit for 13 damage.
Oh yes, you slash him across the chest for 13 points of damage. He is nearly dead.
Very nice.
And it will use its shifty little ability to back off and slip around to south of you. And he will attempt to peg you with a rock.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness.
Miss.
Misses.
Mitha, what will you do?
It's the first time one of their attacks missed me.
All right, I'm gonna go for the one south of me.
Alrighty, roll it. Your short sword finds flesh as you jam into the kobold's chest. He sputters up some blood, looks kind of cross-eyed at you, and then kind of tips over back and falls dead.
It's about time.
Gideon, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attempt to finish him off.
Roll it. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Uh-oh.
You clank against his armor.
I'm in trouble.
Gerhardt, what will you do?
I'm
You're
in
stuck to the floor
danger.
there. Also, you just witnessed your ally drop. Like, you're certain he was basically dying. Get back up, drop again, and then get back up a second time. What will you
I guess
do?
paladins truly are holy. Wow. Remind me not to heal him again. He doesn't need it. I'm actually going to turn around and fling a sling pellet at the slinger. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Alright, roll it.
I don't know why it's did it
Oh,
twice.
Lord.
Okay, we'll use the first one since that
Yeah.
came out first.
I
That
think my
hit.
mouse is acting up.
Why did it only roll a total of 3d4
It.
on the board?
I don't
That's
know.
weird. No,
So
I
one
did
of
4.
them it didn't. Where's the fourth one?
I see
He
3 up
is,
at the top and 1 at the bottom.
he is hanging on by a thread.
Oh.
The
Oh,
bottom one. Oh my God, the bottom one is actually behind Jeff's icon for me, and I can't see past it.
Shoot. Thought that would kill him. Well,
You were
I
dang close.
guess I'll roll my strength save.
Yes, your strength save.
Ah,
You are still stuck.
Ew.
All right.
Hope this is glue.
Okay, so Mitha, you're taking a stab from the little creature next to its formerly alive companion.
Alrighty.
He leaps for you. Yeah! And he stabs with his little stick. For
Ooh.
2 points of piercing.
Alrighty.
And then he bolts with his little darts of speed. The last one doesn't really want to take on Augusto. Augusto, you can kind of see him over there, looking for the guy who looks wounded and has an ally adjacent to him. So he's going to run over and try to help his companion.
Please, guys. Not you. Him.
And he misses. But he stays there. And now for the last dragon shield. He will try to stab you, Gideon.
This is it.
he
I know
does
it's
have
gonna
an
hit.
ally adjacent, so it's a +1. 15 total.
16 AC on Gideon. He
It
misses.
is a miss by 1. Good lord.
Augusto, what will you do?
At least these guys are missing you.
I mean, I've been at 1 HP for 3 full turns, so
That must be nice. Augusto's going to walk up, and I mean, he's all business right now.
Oh, the slinger.
Ah,
The slinger is whimpering and panicking. And by he just sheer coincidence, he trips and tumbles backwards a little bit just as you swing at him, and you miss.
ugh. I
And
don't have any
he
bonus actions I can do.
is going to slip away as best as he can. In fact, he's actually going to try and, you, in your eyes, you can tell just by looking at the fear in his eyes, he has some belief in his mind that you're, somehow invincible. So he's going to go for Mitha down here.
Rude.
Four points of damage against you, Mitha, as you are conked in the back of the head with a rock.
Eee. Alright.
Mitha, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot the slinger.
Jess, do you have a max HP of 5?
No, my max HP is 10.
Okay. Oh, you'd been hit before that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been
2 or 3
taking-
times before that.
I didn't think you had been hit before that, so I just saw your HP go down that much from 4, and I was like, oh.
It's just got like.
Oh.
Okay, just remember, since you're adjacent to your opponent, if you make a ranged attack, it'll be at disadvantage. So that's just so you're aware. It's A-okay if you want to still shoot the kobold.
Yep, we're going for that.
All right.
So mark disadvantage on his sheet. And
Dang it.
A 10 misses. Gideon, what will you do?
I'm gonna keep on trying my goal, and I'm gonna try and take out this dragon shield again.
All right.
the boss
You're
monster.
bouncing back and forth, trading blows.
Ha!
You miss.
Again.
Gerhardt.
That was it.
No, what was that? What was that?
No, that was it. I'm
okay.
good.
Gerhardt.
Right. I am going to fling another pellet at this boy here.
All right, roll it.
Oh, God.
You've missed.
These are some
No.
atrocious rolls.
I'm even more stuck. Yay! If
You
that was
almost
possible.
think you're in quicksand for a moment, but you're just that stuck. All right. The two minions stand firm, and the first one stabs at Gideon.
Just fucking take me out. Finish me. Finally.
That does.
Yeah, that is done.
And the last one comes up to Mitha and prepares to stab at her. Missing with only an 11.
I'm bringing all the boys to the yard.
The dragon shield is the only one remaining. He turns to you as well, Mitha. Oh, he misses as well.
Thank God.
Augusto, what are you gonna do?
Ba-ba. And another swing. Hey.
Oh, you stomp up behind the slinger. You rear back with your greatsword, and you cut him down. How do you want to do that?
I mean, he's looking at me. He missed. I'm just gonna walk up, stab it straight through him, and then kind of kick him off.
He is now grisly remains hanging from a bush.
Good. He fought the law and the law.
Mitha, what will you do?
All right, I'm going for the dragon shield next to Gideon.
Alrighty.
Oh, I think I take it off. Yeah. Nope, just bad rolls tonight.
Yep.
For all around the table.
Alright, Gideon, make your first death saving throw.
Come on, baby, keep the tradition going.
No, it's not gonna happen. You took them all.
You don't know that. Okay, you know that.
Alright, you're not doing worse. You're up.
Still pass.
Gerhardt, what will you do?
Well, I can't move. Can't see past this rock pile. Let me see if my sling can reach him. I think it can. Range of 30. Ooh.
I know Frostbite can reach it, if you want to try that.
That's true. Let's try it again.
Not bad for damage, though. But I just have to hope you get lucky this time. Nope.
No luck. But you tried.
I never am taking Frostbite on any character ever again.
Apparently, it's only good in my campaign.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright.
Only when Linus uses it.
Yeah, basically.
Am I unstuck yet?
You actually are. You are unstuck.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my turn, though, right?
Yes, that is the end of your turn.
Alright.
Alright, the little minion beside Mitha tries to stab her with his weapon.
Oh, phew.
And he missed. And the next little minion tries to go up against Gerhardt. If he can reach him.
I don't think so.
Mm.
Even with his extra 5.
Okay, he's gonna throw his stick at Gerhardt then. Missing.
Dick, what are you, 7?
Hey, sticks and stones apparently break bones pretty well.
Yeah, apparently.
You know, when they roll really high against me. Yeah.
Alright, the dragon shield whips around and tries to strike at Mitha. And he says, Irontooth will be happy to have new slaves. And he thrusts his spear into you. $16 total.
Over my dead body.
Literally?
Yeah, actually, literally.
Yeah.
I figured.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Augusto,
Alright.
you're up.
Indeed. I will step forward, and I'm getting really tired of this dude. But the best play at the moment, I feel, is probably stepping over Mitha and using my action to touch Gideon and heal him. I'm gonna give him 2 of my HP from my 5 pool.
Awesome.
Even if Mitha would be first, but Gideon's immediately after her, so it's fine. That's my action. I don't have any bonus actions yet, so lay on hands.
Alrighty, Gideon, you heal by 2 hit points. Mitha, roll your death save.
Oh no.
Oh,
That counts as 2 failures. If you take damage at all,
you die.
or if you fail your next death saving throw, you die.
She won't have a death saving throw. I have her.
I'm gonna start looking through the player handbook. You guys keep going.
Gideon,
Trying to decide on your next character.
what will you do? You feel conscious.
I'm gonna. I guess. I want to just try and take out the dragon shield, but at the same time, I could use my 1 HP lay on hands to make it so Mitha doesn't die. But that would defeat the purpose if the dragon shield then knocks me out again.
I mean, he's probably gonna go after me first. And we both meta discussion here, so maybe don't talk. But
yeah, I'm gonna swing. I gotta try and get him out. We gotta
Alright.
get rid of him.
Roll it.
hey,
Yay!
I'm gonna downwards chop with my sword right through his head.
You absolutely chop him in the back of the head, just this downward slash, and you slice his head open, and he falls dead.
Beautiful.
Anything else?
I'm going to.
You got 15 feet of movement left, and you are free to move wherever.
I'm actually gonna backtrack. Oh wait, this kobold minion's alive, isn't he?
Yeah, that one up at the top there, and that number 1. And then the one directly beneath the dragon shield.
I guess my best bet would be to leave August. No, you know what? I'll stay right where I am, right here.
Alrighty.
Next turn, I'll be able to move in whatever direction needs help.
Gerhardt, what would you like to do?
Alright, I'm going to start by launching another pellet at this guy.
Roll it.
Ooh.
I am so sorry.
And then I'm booking it.
This game's against you tonight.
Yeah, apparently. You guys remember that Sunday.
I think every game is against him.
Even when I'm the DM, it's against me.
Alright.
I'll end my turn right there.
Alright, so the last pair of minions stand. One of them, the one next to Augusto, stabs at him. And he missed, and he bolts. And you see him panting as he runs away. The next one throws a stick at Gideon and also starts to try and make sort of a bid for a more defensive position. Do what?
Do they have multiple? Do they have more than 1 sticks? Because I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
one who's going to throw it already has.
Yeah, they have multiple sticks.
Okay, just making sure. I apologize for interrupting.
Right.
They got a big old bundle of sticks.
3 points of damage, Gideon.
Yep. Well, I took someone out, so that's all I needed.
Augusto, what will you do?
I did say I had you. Alright, I'll reach down and kind of pat her. And I'm not even sure how it would work for a member of the Azorius. Just be like, hey, the law needs you.
I command you to heal.
Yes. You die when I say you die, or when the bureaucrats decide. Boop. One point of healing. And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30.
Alrighty.
Oh, geez.
Mitha, you feel life come back into you. You can pop up using 15 feet of your movement from prone, and you got a bead over Gideon's body at the kobold right next to Augusto. It's like a perfect shot lined up right for you, if you want to take it.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, roll it.
A little bit of anger in these eyes.
Hot dog! You knock the arrow as you gain your footing. You feel a little woozy, but you see the little creature clear as day and release your arrow into it. It falls down dead from the 10 points of damage you have just dealt it. The arrow hits it with such force that it kind of knocks it over into the bush. It is dead, gone. It's out.
Sweet.
You got 15 feet of movement left. What would you like to do with it? Anything?
Is there anyone else still alive?
There is only one little minion left.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he at? I don't see him.
It's up above me, to my right.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I'll move up here.
All right, Gideon, make your death save. Did we lose Gideon? Is he alive?
No, I'm here. It's just not letting me roll it just yet. Ooh.
Well,
That's
everybody.
That is not good.
That's one failure.
Gerhardt, what will you do?
Oh, is it? It is my turn.
It is your turn, and there's only one of them
wow,
left.
It's me. I'll move up to here. That guy is out of my range. All right, frostbite.
Yeah.
Finally.
He fails, and that is exactly just enough to kill it.
Really?
All right, I don't believe you for a second.
I'm a little
Trust me.
skeptical, but I'm gonna take it.
Trust me, the minions do not have a lot of health. They just have strength in numbers.
Okay.
Where's Cleveland? You need it, right?
Yeah. Don't get me started on that shit again.
All right. The road is now clear.
Oh, that was a different group. I'm sorry. What was it, this group? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Just, I have a big problem with the fact that Cleve is locked into Battlemaster archetype. I miss it so much.
There's that isn't there a feat that lets you take a couple Battlemaster things?
There is, but you gotta take a feat to get it. I will walk up and slap you for a point of healing. I have one left.
Alright.
Gideon, you are conscious again. And all of your enemies are slain. You can see
That went well.
Yeah. You can see in the distance just on the top of a hill, the small village of Winterhaven is not too far off.
What are their shields made of?
It's an actual dragon scale.
Let's take those with us.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Spears are
use
just
them.
spears?
Yeah, basically it's little makeshift spears. They're not even they'd be like best they'd be worth a copper.
But the dragon scale shields might be something.
Yeah, the dragon scale shields might be worth something. Oh, and they
Let's take
also
those with us.
altogether they have 34 SP on them.
All right. Do you have a treasure set for us yet?
There should be an entry somewhere that
Yep.
in the thing.
I'll add
I-
30 silver pieces and 2 dragon scale shields.
Okay. Good to know.
That was a close
Uh,
one.
What about the sling? Is that intact? Even though I threw him very far into the negatives.
Yes, the sling is fine. It's intact. He used up all of his glue pots, so you don't have any of those. He does have about 17 or so bullets for the sling as well, if you'd like to take it.
I'm taking. I need a ranged option. Mucho apreciado.
All right. I presume you continue your journey now.
I mean, I'm at 1 HP.
Welcome to the club.
Augusto and Mitha also both at 1 HP, right?
Yep.
I believe we should probably take a short rest just to heal up a bit.
You are welcome to do that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt.
Well, how far is it from town? From sunset? I should ask.
It's midday, though the clouds are very thick. It's very overcast.
Okay, about how far are we from town?
I mean, you can actually see it on the distance. It'd be maybe a 30-minute walk.
So if we hustled it, it'd be like 20 minutes?
Yeah, if you hustled it, it'd be like 20 minutes. It's in the open
I
road.
say,
You don't see anything else.
What do you guys think?
I wouldn't mind catching my breath before hunkering on.
I'm good either
Yeah.
way.
So everybody thinks we should take a rest then? Is that what I...
Rest is fine.
Definitely.
Sure.
Alright, let's take a little short rest then.
All right. You sit around the boulders and just catch your breath for a while. You kind of tend to your wounds as best as you can. Maybe drink a little water, maybe nibble on a ration. And it goes pretty uneventfully as you sit there on the side of the road. You don't actually see many travelers.
Good. Let's hope it stays that way. Ooh, not bad. Oh, it did. Nice. Okay. I wasn't sure if it would.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was a close call.
Aye. Indeed it was.
Oh, yes. Gerhardt, you're starting to get a bad feeling about what happened to Dovin.
Oh boy.
I mean, if the roads aren't safe, then it's fairly obvious that there might be some trouble. But, regardless, you all sit and rest for a bit, and it goes uneventfully. You are free to continue on in this windy day. You're starting to actually see some oranges pop up around the foliage as autumn is coming upon you.
Some oranges?
Yeah, some orange leaves and things like, or not actual oranges, but orange
yeah, I
leaves.
thought you meant the fruit.
Yeah, orange leaves, things like that.
I guess I still got scurvy.
Boop, boop. I will retrieve my spear, just in case anybody decides to argue that, oh, he didn't get his spear. I'm doing that now, just for the
Good
record.
idea.
All right. As you start to move on, the rutted road leads to the front or to the foot of a broad hill that holds the walled village of Winterhaven. The village is nestled in some southern foothills. The walls are weathered stone, topped by defensive palisades. Small thatched homes stand around Winterhaven, each fronting a small piece of farmland or pasture. Beyond the farms, to the west and south, lie dark woods, and to the north, tall rubble peaks. As you approach, you see two guards who glance at you and kind of nod, seeing that you are worn and wounded, and allow you in without much guff.
Good. I don't think any of us are really wanting to bother. 3100.
As you make your way down the road, you see on your right an inn, though you wouldn't think it at first. The sign hanging from the front depicts a person snoozing on a raft. Below it spells out Rafton's Inn in stylized text to look like gushes of water.
That is adorable.
Yes,
I don't imagine how
for the night.
business code.
You can also hear the clanging of a blacksmith in the distance, and you see a stable off to the left of the inn. And something kind of gives you a little bit of hope, Gerhardt. You see the stable to your right is largely empty. Its one occupant at the moment is a cow with bat wings.
Do you see a what?
Yeah, a cow with bat wings.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yes, because that's Dovin Stahl's mount.
Ooh,
One of his custom creations.
so he's definitely been here.
Yes, it is kind of happily chewing on raw meat, as it has fangs.
I'm gonna go up and pet him on his head. I'm sure he recognizes me.
Alright, it looks to you and kind of nuzzles you kind of affectionately and gives a strange...
Now, this is a cow, right?
Yes, this is a cow that has been altered
A cow
magically
with
to
bat
have
wings
bat wings and
That
fangs.
is eating meat
It's eating
Yes.
meat.
and is nuzzling you.
And it is nuzzling him,
He's
yes.
a good boy. He isn't doing anything.
He didn't
What
do
kind of
nothing.
meat is he eating?
Good question.
You don't want to know. Oh,
Okay,
you hear an
well,
occasional hiss or sputter, and you look down at the udder, and it's kind of dripping, and it seems everywhere the milk drips, it has a sizzle.
Someone hasn't been milked in a while, apparently.
I kind of nudge Augusto and say, "You thirsty?"
No.
Well, at least I know for a fact I'm on the right track.
Indeed. You see past the inn, from beyond Rafton's Inn comes a consistent clanging. When you investigate, you see a rough-looking smithy in which a bulky minotaur with black fur hammers away at a piece of metal.
Hmm. Who
Well,
was that?
regardless, you are in town and you see some other things, a tower in the distance. You see a walled-off area where you see a couple of other guards. You presume it might be some kind of noble's area. You see a few houses that kind of meander down into the edges of the walled area. Where would you like to go?
I'm going to the inn to get a room.
Alrighty. You go inside the inn, and you see it is relatively quiet right now. It's mid-afternoon. You see a kind of rotund woman with brown hair standing behind the counter. and she says, "Welcome. What can I do for you?"
You said it's like almost nighttime, right?
Yes, that is, or it's mid-afternoon. Nighttime will be in a couple of hours, but it won't be too far before sunset.
I would like to rent a room for the evening, or several. How long was I meant to be in town?
You were investigating rumors of cult activity, but the people don't seem to be particularly, cultish from what you gather. They're just walking in.
You don't actually need a room for me.
Oh,
One
yeah?
of my one of my guild things is that I can go to their nearest base of location and get free lodging.
And there is one within this. There's one within this very town. You know that much.
That's good.
Then I just go there and hang out for a bit, get some nice food and stuff.
All right. The woman at the end introduces herself and says, "Hello there. I'm Sylvana. You'd like a room, would you?
Indeed.
So what brings you down here? If you don't mind me asking."
Work, and I will place my Azoria symbol on the counter.
Oh, you've got some official business then, do you?
A room for the evening, please.
Alrighty. That'll be 1 silver.
And I will place the 1 silver.
How was your trip?
Eventful, and not the good kind.
Sounds rough. What sort of rough did you have? And she looks at you kind of suspiciously.
The kobold sort of rough. Or that small lizard things.
Yeah, we don't actually know what they're called here yet, right?
We do not.
You, Jake, or rather, Gideon, you recognize them, but everybody else is pretty unfamiliar with them. But Sylvana...
So I assume I'm not with them right now. I went to the Boros place.
Yeah, you went to the Boros place. Sylvana says, "Oh, those buggers are braver all the time. Lord Podrick would probably be interested in hearing your story. He's been trying to get the militia to clear out those vermin for the last few months with no success.
I see.
They've been interfering with trade and harassing villagers. Terrible business, that.
It did seem tough.
And she says to you, "But that's enough. You look like you've been weary. Do you have any companions with you? Or will it just be you?"
No. Not at the moment, no. Just some people I traveled with, but that's about it.
All right. I think I can upgrade you. Would you like to try out our new beds?
Beds?
Yes, I've had my cousin, an inventor over in the Izzet, work on some new water beds. Normally our specialty is water beds, but we have a special kind that'll invigorate you if you rest in them.
I see.
They're kind of experimental, though, so I should warn you.
I will stick with the normal beds.
All right. And and she leads you upstairs to your room, about on the 2nd floor. You open up, and there is what looks to be like a kind of this bed frame. And you walk in, and you look at where the sheets and things would be, and you look confused for a minute. And then Sylvana walks in and kicks the bed and grumbles, "Oh, get to work, would ya?" And then you see the mattress start to fill up with water. It kind of glows and gives off a gentle hum. There you go. It should be working fine now. If you got any problems, just come tell me.
I will, thank you. Is there a place to clean up?
A place to clean up? Oh, like a lavatory.
A lavatory, somewhere with a bath at the very least.
Oh, yes, your room has one right over there in the corner. And she points towards a door. A small door which leads to a makeshift restroom.
A lot of stuff for 1 silver. I won't complain. Thank you. That'll be all.
All right, what about the rest of you?
I'm gonna go look over at Micah and say, I guess we're getting our own rooms then.
I guess so.
I mean, you could live out in the wilderness. You're both trained in, like, survival, aren't you?
No.
Technically, I am.
My background actually specifies too that I can get lodging, so I can't even help you guys get some.
Forget it. I've got extra gold in my pocket from Dovin.
Alrighty. So, you're going to the inn as well, then?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I want to try those special beds.
Oh.
Wait, you're gonna try one of the experimental beds?
Yeah.
Alrighty, you walk in and you meet up with Sylvana, who introduces herself again and says, "Oh, welcome to Raftons. What can I do for you today?"
Oh, I want to try one of your world famous rafts.
Oh, you've heard about us already. Perfect. That'll be 1 silver. And she holds out her hand. Oh, is your combine friend over there staying with you? And she points to Gerhardt.
Yes, he is.
Wait.
I guess?
But not in the same room.
No, yes.
Ah, all right. That will be. Would he also like our experimental new bed?
I don't
Say
know.
yes.
Yes.
Say yes for him.
Okay. Take it.
Yes, he would. He would love one of the experimental beds.
I mean, I don't like spending gold, but alright.
That'll be 1 silver for him then. And she holds out
Right, I
his
hand her
hand.
For a gold?
You what?
So could you make change for a gold piece?
I certainly can. I don't know for how much longer. With all
We
these
just found
brigands.
30 silver pieces, so I
Oh.
assume that we would have divided them up between us since it's just
Oh.
30 silver pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, you hand her the silver, and she leads you up to the 5th floor, where she opens up 2 rooms, and inside are these waterbeds. They're already full. They have like these Tesla coil looking things and the 4 corners, and you see like bubbles kind of undulating within the mattress itself. And she says to you, "All right, this might feel a little tingly, but I believe it should energize you once you've done resting." And she leads you to your beds, and then she says, "Your restrooms are over there," and points to each of your restrooms in your individual rooms, and says, "If you've got any problems, just come down, and remember, Rafton's Inn." And she makes her exit. And, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I thank her before she leaves.
She nods and says, "Excellent. Oh, and if you'd like to come down later this evening, the rest of the town should be out and about if you want to make yourself a little more social."
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
"Good night." And she kind of nods to you and walks down the stairs. All right, so, oh, and Jake, you find an area for the Boros. You actually recognize that most of the guards have the Boros symbol on them, but they look like they're either in training or they're rookies. Not a lot of really advanced people out here.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much a rookie. I graduated my training, so. I wish that people who are training like a bit of good luck, and then I kind of just like walk around the town.
Awesome. Oh, you actually You see a strange tower that has hang on a minute, I got a good description. Here we go. Reaching higher than all the other buildings stands a wooden tower. Adorning it are strange contraptions similar to weather vanes that spark with lightning. The doors all seem to be closed, though.
We're trying to find cult, right?
Yes, you are looking for a cult.
Is that just Augusto looking for the cult?
The two of you, you and Augusto, are both looking for the cult, though you may not have brought it up in your travels.
Boros. I guess while I am still at the Boros place, then, is there anybody I could ask, or actually, I'll keep that business out of this place. I decided that just now.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it just in case that like anybody in the Boros Legion here might be a member of the cult. I'm not gonna bring it up at all to them.
All right. So, does anybody go back to the inn in the evening, or are you all gonna just hang out for, or are you going to go for a long rest?
I'm gonna clean up first and foremost. That's what I'm doing. Just bath, scrub, change bandages if we put any on.
Excellent.
Yeah, just get tidy, take off my armor, chill out.
I was gonna go out and look for some info for Dovin.
All right. Where would you like to go? You see that there's some kind of shop past across from the smithy.
Guess I can check in there.
Compared to the other buildings, this shop is relatively plain, boasting a simple sign labeled Bearwind's Grand Shop over a globe and advertisements for discounts, 20% off healing potions, 4 for the price of 3 rations, etc. You go inside and you see shelves lined with bottles, food, tools, and other supplies stretched down for the walls and form aisles inside the store. A boisterous shout of "Welcome!" leads you to a scruffy human with blonde straight hair that trails his face into mutton chops and a mullet. He goes on to say, "What can I interest you today?"
Oh, well, I'm afraid I'm not browsing for wares, but for information.
Information, you say?
Yeah, I was wondering if a man named Dovin Stall had come by. You may be more familiar with his mount. He rides a flying cow.
Oh, I believe he bought some supplies from me several months ago. I haven't heard much of him since then. I do hope he's all right, though.
Me too.
I believe he did mention that he had found some kind of burial site south of the town, I believe. It's been months. I remember south. I have heard some other travelers talking about some sort of rumors of dragon bones in the place, but I haven't investigated it myself.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the info. Now I kind of have a general idea where to look.
Well, just remember to stop back by here if you need some supplies. I'll see about a good deal for you.
I would very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty. So is that it for everybody then?
We'll take a nap.
Sleep.
Yep.
I want to do like a quick little walk around the town, trying to like just maybe get like a grasp of what could be going on, see if I notice anything that could be considered cult activity.
You walk around and the people seem to be working. They're just going about their daily business. They're actually starting to close up shop for the day. You don't see anything that looks like cult activity or anything that even resembles anything from the cult of Rakdos. It's like they're completely absent from the city.
Okay, then I guess I just go back to my Boros location and pick a cot and fall asleep.
Alrighty. So, Jess, did you say you were going to go back down in the evening?
Yeah, just to look at the city and check it out and see if there's anything weird or suspicious going on or fun.
As you as you descend down the stairs, you come into a voluminous clatter of voices, just jovial noise. The townsfolk seem to come to Raftons to pass the time, as everybody from most of the whole town seems to be there. You can see the Minotaur, black and burly, with his fur, just downing cup after cup of his preferred beverage. You see an elf sitting in kind of just alone, sipping a drink in a corner, dark hair, kind of in a foul mood. And you see an old gentleman trying to outdrink the Minotaur, etc., etc.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm just watching.
All right. You see, as the night goes on for a little bit, another human with fair skin and short black hair enters, and he looks to be dressed in very fancy nobleman's clothes. And the rest of the whole inn stop and kind of give him a nod and lift their hats towards him as he gets his seat and starts to drink to himself, as he just kind of overlooks everybody in the evening.
I'll go up and talk to him.
He looks to you and says, might I help you this evening? I don't recognize you.
I'll tell him no, I'm here, and I was looking for someone who knew the town.
Well, I am Lord Padrig. I know the town quite well. What were you looking to see about our little town?
Well, my friend has been looking for someone. And I was wondering if you might have known anyone who came through town and where they might have gone.
What was the name of that person? You might want to check with Elian the Old. He's the older gentleman trying to outdrink Mr. Thayer over there and not doing a good job. And he points to the Minotaur and the old man. But I'm unfamiliar with a man with many of the travelers that don't stay for too long.
At this point, has Gerhardt come back yet?
Have you, Gerhardt?
Probably.
Yeah, you're out and about now.
I figured the best places to ask for information will be a general store and the tavern.
Right?
Exactly.
Everyone needs supplies. Everyone likes to get hammered.
Yeah, need those supplies to get hammered.
Especially with the tent.
All right.
Well, if he shows up, then I wave him over.
Huh.
All right. You both meet back up, and you're in the bustling tavern.
That was somewhat eventful.
Otherwise, they mostly give you some space as they try to drink the evening and play games. You see some people throwing dice around, and it seems like the old guy has lost against the Minotaur.
Ooh.
And he stumbles over towards you. Never try to outdrink a minotaur, he says. I have done quite a lot in my life, but I have never been able to drink him under the table.
That sounds like very sage advice.
Oh, you're
Sounds like a
looking
challenge.
for sage advice. You'll want to go to the tower. That's where Valthrin is. Up to strange stuff in there, I think. Never comes out. And he kind of stumbles away to a table and just kind of sets his head down. Would you like to do anything else, or are you going to retire for the evening?
Well, I'm done.
Yeah, probably too late to head up to that tower. It's nighttime.
All right, you go up to your experimental beds, and you rest in them. And the evening goes, and the beds feel strange. Like there's a kind of a relaxing tingle to them as you lay down, and you see little arcs of electricity running through the bed, and you glance over and you realize some of these little arcs of electricity are leaping like just little shocks, little tiny shocks that touch your skin. And you go to sleep, and you both start off your day with 3 temporary hit points for doing this.
Ooh. That sounds good. Nope, goodness knows we're gonna need it.
You all have all your hit points back, and everything is all hunky-dory.
Beautiful.
All right, what would the rest of you like to do as the new day dawns?
Well, I suppose I should eat breakfast first. Which I shall do. I won't bother with armor, but I will take my greatsword along. Be wearing my fine clothes. And I apologize for the.
I'm gonna eat whatever
Exactly.
mediocre breakfast they're feeding the kids who are training. I'm
Indeed
guessing it's
you
like
do.
eggs and bread.
Yeah, it's eggs, bread, there's a little meat, and they actually you hear some of them grumbling to themselves. Eggs and bread again. Who ate all the meat? And another one replies, well, that's what happens when you get bandits that no one wants to take care of. Those little lizard men, whatever they are.
Enjoy your hardtack.
I kind of chime in, and I'm like, yes, I killed 2 of those.
No way, prove it. One of them pipes up and says to you,
I pull out my sword that I never cleaned,
whoa,
and then I show them the 2 shields.
you've seen some real action. This guy's legit.
I just kind of like bask in the praise, and I yes, I am. You're right.
Are you here to join the regulars?
Is that like a Boros thing?
That's mostly just local. That's our local name for the guards of this area.
I'm more of a traveler.
Aw. They kind of look disheartened.
I kind of just like stand up and walk away then.
You've got my hopes up and dashed them incredibly. Well done, sir.
I do I guess we'd call it finger crossbows here, like you just walk off.
As you're leaving, you're stopped by someone, and he seems like a decent fella. I think I've got a description about him here somewhere. Ah, yes. Decorative suits of armor stand at attention on both sides of the hallway leading further inside the building, the Warriors Guild. Behind a desk comes a wiry man with short dark hair. He addresses you as you try to leave. Looking to join the Boros? Step up and I'll get you started. Just remember to say Rond Kelfman helped you when you fill out your registration.
I show him my insignia.
Oh, my mistake. I apologize. So, what business do you have here?
I'm gonna roll insight on this. See if I can trust him with my info.
Roll away. You get the sense that he is a very trustworthy gentleman.
Really wish I didn't roll that low. Okay, yeah, I tell him I'm here looking for a cult then, because that's pretty low. I got a kind of remaining character there. Tell him everything I know.
So you include like the kobolds and everything, right?
Oh, I tell him everything. That's a fairly low insight roll, so I feel like my trust for him is quite strong.
I haven't seen anything about cult activity. I haven't heard anything from the Rakdos or even the Gruul in ages. But those little reptilian cretins, I wish we had more resources. I'd love to drive them out of the area and back to whatever foul pit spawned them.
Oh my god. How many did we take out total? We took out 2 shields, 5 minions, right?
5, yes, and then there was the slinger.
Okay, so 8 total. I tell him that me and my party killed 8. I took out 8 of them with the friends I came here with.
Fantastic.
And I flash him the shields too.
I have heard the name of a marauder leader named Irontooth, but I have no idea who or what that might be. If you have a reason to learn anything more, I'd appreciate you sharing your findings.
I will. Is there like a handshake for the Boros or anything? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, they kind of clasp their forearms together, and they have their fists clenched. All right, and he says, Lord Padrig might actually know more if you have some urge to go and finish what you started from the evening.
Oh, I plan to. Disgusting little bastards.
Ain't that the truth? All right, well, good luck. All right, and it's getting fairly late. I think, here's a decent place to call it. Thank you guys for playing, and thank you out there for watching. And remember to chill touch that like button and subscribe to join the Skeleton Crew. I am the Clarkside, and I'll see you guys next time. Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.